Raise your glass, remember who you are, and join the Brotherhood.
Dark and dusty back in 1843, a cooper made a barrel out of a haunted rowan tree. He didn't use the iron hoops, he used a silver wire, and tempered every splinter in a dread's holy fire. It's been sitting in the corner pouring rivers of the gold since the days the ancient legends and the stories were first told. You can pull the wooden handle till your arm is feeling sore, but you'll never see the bottom of the liquid on the floor. I saw a thirsty sailor drink a gallon at a time. He started doing hornpipes and a double step of crime. The more he took inside him, why the lighter were his feet, until he started dancing on the ceiling in the heat. The froth is like a mountain and the color's like the sun. It's the fuel of every rebel and the spark of every fun. It'll make a beggar feel just like a king upon a throne, with a spirit made of lightning and a heart of Irish stone. Tap the wood, watch it flow. Once you start, you can't say no. Oh, it's the barrel, it's the barrel, it's the barrel with no end. The greatest little helper and the drinker's oldest friend. With the foam upon the whiskers and the fire in the eye, we're gonna drink the bloody ocean and the heavens all are dry. Hey! The heavens all are dry. The taxman came to count it with a clipboard and a pen, but we locked him in the cellar with the rowdiest of men. He took a single swallow and he threw his books away, and he hasn't stopped his dancing since a Tuesday in the May. So bring your dusty mugs, me boys, and bring your silver cans. We're gonna put a happy end to all the world's plans. As long as there is liquid and a rhythm in the air, we'll be laughing at the devil and we'll be laughing at despair. Pass it round, hey! Drink it down, hey! The drunkest boys in Dublin town. Pour it out. Talk it up, talk. It's the barrel, it's the barrel, it's the barrel with no end. The greatest little helper and the drinker's oldest friend. With the foam upon the whiskers and the fire in the eye, we're gonna drink the bloody ocean and the heavens all are dry. Never dry, hey! Never stop, hey! Every single final drop. One, two, speed, jump! Yeah, yeah. Young Mad Maguire, he bought a bow from a wizard in the west. He brought it to the rusty nail to put it to the test. He played a note so sharp and sweet, it shook the dusty beams and woke the sleepy village from its quiet Sunday dreams. Me pint began to wobble and me stool began to sway. The fireplace started dancing in a rimming kind of way. The shadows on the ceiling were a-jumping to the beat, and every single person there was lifted off their feet. Aye. The butcher's apron started for to wiggle and to spin. The baker did a somersault with flour on his chin. The tables did a tango and the chairs began to hop. Maguire was a-soaring and he couldn't make it stop. Old Murphy grabbed a broomstick and he waltzed across the floor. The cat was doing river dance beside the cellar door. Even the portraits on the wall were shaking in their frames, while everyone was shouting out their happy rebel names. The floor is bouncing, the walls are shaking. This is the party we've been making. Oh, it's the fiddle, the fiddle, the fiddle of Maguire. It's setting every spirit and every heart on fire. You can't stay still, you can't stay down, you have to join the spree. It's the wildest, fastest music in the whole of history. noise. He tried to say a quiet prayer, but the fiddle caught his ear, and he's doing Irish polkas with a bucket full of beer. The window started rattling, the roof began to rise. There was magic in the melody and fire in our eyes. We'll be dancing till the mountains fall and oceans turn to sand, with the fastest bloody fiddle in the glory of the land. Spin 'em round, lift 'em high, dance until we touch the sky. Faster, faster, faster. Oh, it's the fiddle, the fiddle, the fiddle of Maguire. It's setting every spirit and every heart on fire. You can't stay still, you can't stay down, you have to join the spree. It's the wildest, fastest music in the whole of history. Make that loud, make us proud. The wildest party in the crowd. There was a tidy residence behind the cellar door, the smallest bit of whiskers that you ever saw for sure. But he tripped upon a funnel and he tumbled in the keg and drank the gallon of the ale before he moved a leg. The barrel started shaking and the whip began to crack as a monster with a furry tail climbed out upon the back. He wasn't 3 inches high no more, he wasn't small or thin, he was bigger than the wolf found and he had a wicked grin. He marched into the parlor and he jumped upon the bar with a squeak that sounded louder than a crashing motor car. He grabbed a wheel of cheddar and he ate it in a bite. Then he challenged old man Finnegan to a dance into the might. He did it a triple shuffle with his giant furry feet and kept the perfect rhythm to the heavy metal beat. The caddy took one look at him and ran for county down. Even Mickey as the master of the Ronnie's pub in town. He's there, he's there, he's there. Have his way. Oh, he's the lost and trained the magic and he's 10 feet tall. The only one who dances to the tavern and ball. With a western like a saber and a spirit full of spree. He's the biggest little rebel in the whole of history. Now he's sitting by the fireplace and drinking from a pail, with a dozen tree bomb made for to brush his giant tail. He doesn't run from shadows and he doesn't run from boots. He's the king of all the drinkers and the master of the roots. So if you see his saddle and his casting long and wide, don't think it's just a giant who is looking for the high. It's only Mickey Mousey having one more rowdy sup, and you better start your dance until the sun is coming up. By the tees, bend the knees, do exactly as you please. Squeak it out. Oh, he's a mouse and tripe magic and he's 10 feet tall. The only one who's dancing through the tavern and the hall. With a western like a sailor and a spirit full of spree. He's the biggest little rebel in the whole of history. He's wild, he's grand, the king of Ireland. Hey, Dublin! I found a pair of corduroys inside a dusty chest. I thought I'd wear them to the pub to look me very best. But as I passed the fiddler's porch, me legs began to twitch, like I'd been bitten by a bee or cursed by an old witch. They did a kick, they did a flick, they did a double stride, while I was screaming, help me boys, and clinging to me pride. They dragged me through the market square and over stacks of hay, the fastest pair of trousers in the whole of Galway Bay. I tried to grab a lamppost just to try and make a stop, but the salt and a heavy metal hop. They danced me through the butcher shop and through the bakery, and knocked the local sergeant right into a cup of tea. Me belt was tight, me face was red, I couldn't catch me breath. I thought these bloody dancing pants would be the cause of death. But then they reached the golden harp and kicked the door aside, and did a grand entrance with a gallon-sized of pride. Me toes are on fire, me knees are in knots, I'm hitting the rhythm in all of the spots. So it's the pants that wouldn't stop. They'll dance you till you're dizzy and they'll dance you till you drop. With a zipper made of lightning and a button made of gold, they're the wildest pair of breeches that the world can ever hold. Hey! Now every time the music starts, I'm flying off my seat. I've got no say in where I go or how I move my feet. I've danced with every granny and I've danced with every dog. I've even danced with shadows in the middle of a fog. So if you see me spinning by like a frantic hurricane, just know it's not me spirit, boys, and it isn't me that's vain. It's just me magic trousers having one more rowdy spree. And if you wanna join the fun, then come and dance with me. To the left, hey! To the right, hey! Dance 'em through the middle of the night. Watch me go! Hey! 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 The pants that wouldn't stop. They'll dance you till you're dizzy and they'll dance you till you drop. With a zipper made of lightning and a button made of gold, they're the wildest pair of breeches that the world can ever hold. I'm a blur, I'm a light, I'm the fastest pant in sight. I'm a blur, I'm a light, I'm the fastest pant in sight. Whoa, yeah, 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 whoa. Yo. Hanging heavy and the stars were burning low. The barman grabbed the iron bell to tell us we should go. But as the clock reached 12 o'clock, a spring began to crack, and the ghost of old O'Malley held a golden shadow back. The ticking stopped, the world went quite beyond the tavern door, but the music started screaming twice as loud across the floor. The frost began to gather on the window and the glass, but inside the fire's burning and the seconds never passed. I looked out at the village, they were frozen in their sleep. The river didn't ripple and the shadows didn't creep, but here we're raising barrels and we're dancing in a ring, in the only hour of history where a man is truly king. No more worries for the morning, no more troubles for the pay. We finally escaped the reach of every yesterday. The whiskey's always flowing and the fiddle's always tuned in a magic little pocket that the ancient gods have hewn. The sun won't rise, the stars won't fall, we're the masters of it all. Oh, it's the clock on the wall and it's never gonna strike. We can dance as long as we want and do whatever we like. With the rhythm in the spirit and the magic in the air, we're living in a moment that is far beyond compare. So let the world be silent and let the world be cold. We found the secret tavern where the souls are never old. We'll drink to every brother and we'll sing to every friend in the party of the ages that is never gonna end. And if the spring should ever snap and time begins to run, we'll have 1,000 years of joy before the rising sun. But until the gears are moving and the shadows start to fly, we'll keep the fire burning till the oceans all run dry. Break the gear, hey! Kill the fear, hey! strike. We can dance long as we want and do whatever we like, with the rhythm and the spirit and the magic in the air. We're living in a moment that is far beyond compare. Stop the sun! Have the fun! The day has just Belle, a gentle soul and kind, but she ate some mops behind the barn and nearly lost her mind. She didn't moo, she didn't low, she didn't make a peep, until she opened up her mouth while everyone's asleep. Out came a sound so deep and dark, it rattled all the glass. It sounded like a thundercloud a-rolling through the grass. It wasn't high, it wasn't sweet, it wasn't thin or small, it was the deepest bassman's voice inside the county hall. The local choir was practicing inside the parish rooms. They needed someone powerful to banish all the glooms. Belle walked in and took a stand beside the tenor boys and drowned out all the fiddles with her operatic noise. The priest, he dropped his prayer book and he stared in pure surprise to see a heifer singing hymns with fire in her eyes. She hit a note so low and long it shook the steeple down, and now she's the celebrity of every Irish town. Forget the soprano, forget the guitar, the cow is the biggest musical star. Oh, she's the bass singing cow with a voice like a drum. She makes the floor tremble and the windows all hum, with a wag of her tail and a deep rolling sound. She's the heaviest singer that's ever been found. That's ever been found. Now Belle, she has a contract and she travels in a van. She's got a group of roadies and a fancy personal fan. She won't eat grass, she won't eat hay, she only wants the stout to keep her vocal billows strong and help the music out. So if you hear a rumbling that's coming from the field, don't think it's just a tractor or a broken garden yield. It's only Bella warming up to sing a rebel song, and all the lads in Murphy's bar will surely sing along. Deep as the ocean, deep as the ocean, low as the ground, the finest conductor that Belle ever found. Belle, 2, 3, drop the bass. 1, 2, 3, drop the bass. Oh. Oh, she's a bass singing cow with a voice like a drum. She makes the floor tremble and the windows all hum, with a wag of her tail and a deep rolling sound. She's the heaviest singer that's ever been found. She's a star, she's a queen, ain't nothing more that you've ever seen. Oh, she's a star, she's the queen, the deepest voice that you've ever seen. You've ever seen. the widow's weeds, the waves were mountain high. The lightning wrote a message on the belly of the sky. The village locked their doors in fear, the fires all were dim. But old man Jack walked to the quay with fire in his limb. He didn't have a coat of wool, he didn't have a hat. He only had a bottle and a soul as black as coal and fat. You think you're tough, you salty beast, he shouted at the foam. I've danced on better waves than you before I headed home. The fiddle started screaming like a seagull in a fight, and Jack began to shuffle in the middle of the light. He did a spin upon the wood, a stomp upon the stone, while the ocean tried to swallow him and break his every bone. The spray was in his whiskers and the salt was in his breath. He was flirting with the devil and he was dancing with his death. But every time a wave came down to sweep him to the deep, he'd jump a dozen feet in air with a wild and rowdy leap. Roll 'em low, roll 'em high, look, the thunder in the eye. Oh, he's the sailor dancing in the middle of the gale. He's the only man in history who'd tell the storm to fail. With a fiddle and a bow and a spirit made of iron, he's a fighting with the ocean like a crazy Irish lion. Takes it forward. Hey. Hey. For 3 long hours the battle raged upon the rocky shore, until the wind was breathless and it couldn't scream no more. The waves turned back in silence and the moon began to shine, and Jackie took a final sup of his salty whiskey wine. He bowed towards the horizon and he walked back to the bar, as steady as a compass and as bright as any star. The sea is just a puddle, boys, he whispered with a grin, as long as you've a rhythm and a heart that's gonna win. Heave away, hey, haul away, hey, dance the storm into the bay. One more jig. Oh, he's the sailor dancing in the middle of the gale. He's the only man in history who'd tell the storm to fail. With a fiddle and a bottle and a spirit made of iron, he's a fighting with the ocean like a crazy Irish lion. He's a king, he's the wave, hey, the bravest of the brave, hey, the bravest of the brave, hey, the bravest of the brave. Bye! Young Mickey was a lazy lad who hated hills and rain. He had a rusty bicycle that caused him many a pain. He went into his garden shed with a wrench and a design, and built a secret motor that was truly purely divine. He didn't use the gasoline, he didn't use the coal. He found a better fuel for to satisfy his soul. He poured a pint of extra stout into the silver tank, and started up the engine with a heavy metal crank. Crank. The motor gave a happy burp and started for the hum. It sounded like a piper and it sounded like a drum. Mickey hopped upon the seat and flew across the grass, leaving clouds of barley smoke for everyone to pass. He roared through all the village with a whistle and a roar, the fastest thing the neighbors ever saw. For sure, the smell of hops and roasted malt was heavy in the air, as Mickey waved his tattered cap and flew without a care. Fill the tank, turn the key, nothing's gonna stop me spree. Oh, it's the stout-powered engine on a bicycle for two. It's the greatest bloody wonder that the county ever knew. With the foam upon the piston and the bubbles in the gear, we're riding on the rhythm of a barrel full of beer. His bike was faster than a falling shooting star. He took a corner on the wheel and shouted with a grin, "You'll never catch a motor that is fueled by Murphy's tin." But when the tank is getting low and speed begins to fail, he pulls into the nearest pub to find a drop of ale. He shares a pint with his machine and then he's on his way, the king of all the open roads until the end of day. One for the rider, one for the bike. Travel any road you like. Faster, faster, faster. Oh, it's the stout-powered engine on a bicycle for two. It's the greatest bloody wonder that the county ever knew. With the foam upon the piston and the bubbles in the gear, we're riding on the rhythm of a barrel full of beer. Ride it fast, make it last. The fastest pint is driving past. Hi, 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 hi. The fire turned to sulfur blue, the air began to freeze as the shadows stepped inside the bar and brought us to our knees. He had a fiddle made of bone and strings of silver wire, and a look inside his hollow eyes like a burning forest fire. Who is the king of rhythm here? The devil asked with pride. Who's brave enough to dance with me and take a hellish ride? Old Seamus stepped from out the dark and tuned his wooden kit. I played for kings and highwaymen, I'm not afraid of bats. Hey! The devil struck a chord so cold it cracked the very glass. He played a tune of broken hearts and seasons that would pass. The floor began to smoke and swirl, the walls began to shake, as every soul inside the room felt every bone a break. But Seamus closed his tired eyes and started up a reel, with a rhythm made of Irish earth and a spirit made of steel. He played a song of morning light and a song of mountain rain, until the devil's silver strings were screaming out in pain. Bow to bow, string to string, hear the wooden music ring. Oh, he's shredding on the fiddle, he's a fighting for the soul, the greatest little battle in the history of roll. With the lightning in the fingers and the thunder in the wood, he's beating back the darkness like a Celtic hero should. Hey! Let's go! The devil's hand began to cramp, his brow began to sweat. He'd never met a mortal man who'd won a fiddle bet. With one last scream of melody, the bone-white fiddle broke, and the stranger disappeared inside a cloud of bitter smoke. The pub erupted in a roar, we passed the whiskey round, and Seamus sat back in his chair without a single sound. So if you hear a frantic tune when the moon is rising high, just know the devil's running from the music in the sky. Faster, hey! Faster, hey! Music is the master. fighting for the soul. The